Hello and welcome. You're watching Business Today and this is Aastha Chopra. Today with me is Mr. Girish Wagh, who's the Executive Director of Tata Motors. Thank you so much, sir. And we were very obliged to have you on our channel today, and we will be talking about the Tata Motors and automobile industry as a whole. Let's start with the market share. Like, how have you planned to regain the market share for the CV, especially coming into the markets? So please tell us.
So first of all, thank you for having me on your channel. So as far as market share for the commercial vehicles is concerned, I think we can look at it from four buckets, four segments. So first is heavy commercial vehicles, then intermediate light commercial vehicles, both are trucks, then buses and vans, and then small commercial vehicles. I think within these, on the first three, we have actually grown our market share during the past year. So I think we have been able to execute our profitable growth strategy very well in these three segments. Now, as far as small commercial vehicles is concerned, we have been able to turn around financially this business, but yes, we have lost the market share, and which is something that we don't like, and this is what we have to turn around, and we have to rebound in terms of our market share. So just to give some background here, I think this segment has, if I may say, two sub-segments. So one is the mini trucks or the small commercial vehicle, and the second one is the pickups. I think post BS6 transition, the cost increase and therefore the price increase for the mini trucks has been much higher as compared to the three-wheelers and the pickups. And therefore one has seen a transition or movement of acquisition price sensitive customers to three-wheelers and transition to pickups of the profitability sensitive customers, right? Because there you can have higher profit due to higher payload capacity. Now, as far as strategy is concerned, we have three-pronged strategy. First is, of course, on product. And here, I think we just yesterday have launched a new range of products branded as Ace Pro. And this product range comes in petrol, bi-fuel and electric vehicle range, and it is the most affordable four-wheeler commercial vehicle in the country now, and it will be available at a value proposition which is equivalent to what Ace used to be in BS4 and used to do well. So this is the first intervention that we have done. Coming to pickups, we've launched a new set of intra variants which ensures that we are present in all applications, all markets, all geographies. So this is the first set of actions. So we have strengthened our product portfolio. Second set is, I think we are working on the brand and improving the consideration of the brand, especially in pickups. I mean, Ace as a brand is very strong, very high consideration, but Intra as a product range is very good, but as a brand, while awareness is good, the consideration has been low. And that's what we have been working on to increase the consideration for Intra brand. The third area or third vector of the strategy is more structural in terms of improving availability of vehicle financing. So we are working with a lot of financiers to do that. Second is improving the network profitability, right? And third is improving our presence in rural. So I think this is a three-pronged strategy that we have taken, which will help us regain our market share in small commercial vehicles.
Absolutely. As you mentioned, Ace Pro, I think this will be a game changer for MSME's business as well, because it's a very consumer centric and price centric as well.
Yes.
Like if you come across. Also, sir, you were talking about the expansion of the international markets. It was a very interesting point as well. So which are the focus areas in the countries you mentioned, such as Africa and everything? It's very interesting, and being the Indian automobile company expanding to such a large season. Can you just shed a little bit of light on that?
Yeah. So even in our international markets, see, we can look at it in three buckets. So we have always been strong in SAARC and Sub-Saharan Africa. Now SAARC is Bangladesh, Nepal, Sri Lanka. Now unfortunately, post-COVID, these markets have not picked up and they are still far below the pre-COVID level of their demand. Fortunately, all three markets have started showing some signs or green shoots in last year, and the demand is going up. And therefore, we will continue to strengthen our position in these markets. I think Sub-Saharan Africa has been one of our strong markets with good market shares across many countries. I think here we continue to launch newer products to ensure we strengthen our presence, and we are also getting into few countries which we were not present in sub-Saharan Africa. So this is one bucket. The second bucket is Middle East, right? So we were of course always present in Middle East, but recently we launched new products in terms of higher power to weight ratio trucks and also newer buses. And with that, I think we are becoming more aggressive in Middle East, and the volumes are going up there. The third bucket I would say is some of the new markets that we have entered in North Africa. So I mean Egypt, Morocco are two examples where we've entered with our trucks and pickups, and the buses will follow. So looking at therefore the market mix, the geography mix that we have and the products that we have, we are looking forward to a healthy more than 20% growth in our international business.
20% is a very good and healthy number, as well as Mr. Wagh, the long-term strategy for scaling up, especially the electric consumer vehicles post the Waterloo MEU. Can you just help us explain that also?
Right. So electrification, I think let me go segment by segment, and then finally I'll talk about some of the cross-cutting actions. So in small commercial vehicle, that is for last mile mobility, we already had the ACE EV. But I think once the FAME incentives were removed from a four-wheeler EV, there was a migration happening towards three-wheelers, and therefore we launched this ACE Pro EV yesterday, which actually becomes a very attractive value proposition with 20% higher profitability as compared to a three-wheeler. So that's what we launched there. Then we are also going to launch a few more products in the pickup range in the electric domain. As far as trucks are concerned, I think we are looking at the higher end, which is the 55-ton articulated tractor, which will be used for specific applications in steel, cement, ports as the end consumer. And then we are also looking at the light commercial vehicle segment, wherein we are looking at say fast moving consumer goods, consumer durables kind of segment, wherein these vehicles can fit. Finally, in buses, I think we have more than 3,600 buses running in the country. We are the leader, and we have gained a lot of experience on managing the GCC model. And now we are looking forward to the next set of tenders from the government, wherein we are expecting them to address two specific requirements of Tata Motors. One is payment security mechanism, and second is having an asset light model. Once these requirements are in place, then we will also start participating in the electric bus tenders, which we otherwise have stayed away for last 3 years. Now, in addition to this, these are the product actions. There are some actions that we are taking on the infrastructure side, so charging infrastructure. So we have quite a few tie-ups, and we are therefore giving specific charging infrastructure to the customers who are going to use in that particular area. We have also tied up with a few financiers, for example, because the ticket size being higher, I think the need for financing is also higher. So we've tied up with quite a few financiers who are ready to come forward and start financing right from a small commercial vehicle to a big truck. So I think these are the kind of actions that we have taken both on the product side as well as on ecosystem side to ensure that we push electrification. But to summarize, in electric vehicles, it is not about selling a product, but it is about selling a solution with the ecosystem so that it makes sense to the customer apart from meeting their decarbonization requirements.
Absolutely, absolutely. So when it comes to automobile industry in a country like India, so the three main cores of the automobile industry is the production, the supply chain, and of course the consumer, which is related to the price segment as well. So how is Tata Motors planning to manage all these three things, like the production, supply chain, the price connectivity, and much more when it comes to, and how is Tata Motors is willing to outperform the market as well?
So I think supply chain, production, and let me talk about these two together. So I mean, let me talk of manufacturing. I think in both these areas we have been focusing on a lot of localization, indigenization, and therefore now our indigenization is very high, upwards of 95, 96, 97% kind of indigenization we have, so which reduces our dependence on supply chain outside India. Then within manufacturing, I think our focus has been a lot on improving productivity, improving efficiency, taking out costs, and here we have been deploying a lot of industry 4.0 solutions and including a lot of artificial intelligence solutions also, which have been helping us to improve the cost structure, right? So we are therefore focusing on very lean supply chain and lean manufacturing. As far as the demand side is there, which you spoke about, the third thing, I think that's where it is about value creation for the customers, right? So we have a very strong focus on understanding the customer requirements and translating those into our new product introduction, therefore keep on coming with newer products which improve the business proposition for the customer. I think this is an engine which, if I may say, will continue and is absolutely at the heart of our business. So there's a lot of focus in each of these three.
Absolutely. Mr. Wagh, before I let you go, just one brief question. Post the demerger, what is your long-term goal? One long-term goal as a industrialist.
So I think as Tata Motors commercial vehicles, we are extremely excited, energized and optimistic about this demerger, right? In last few years, I think the Tata Motors commercial vehicles have demonstrated resilient financial performance in terms of margins, free cash flow, as also return on capital employed. So that keeps us on a very good platform. And I think as we go ahead, we are looking forward to very specific aspirations or goals, as you said. First is, I think, we have repositioned our brand as Better Always with a singular goal of customer success, right? Which should then lead to superior returns to the shareholders, which will come through very resilient financial performance through the cycles. I mean, commercial vehicle industry is cyclical, but with various actions that we have taken, we are aiming to deliver resilient financials. So that's what we are aiming, and of course, I think while doing so, we will look for industry beating growth.
Absolutely. Mr. Wagh, thank you so much. You painted a very good picture, and out of this conversation, we got into the conclusion that Tata Motors will surely be expanding into the untouched area as well, balancing all the three cores of the automobile industry together, which is the supply chain, the production, and as well as consumer taking on. We are very, very excited for the demerger of the company as well. Thank you so much, Mr. Wagh, and it was lovely speaking to you. A
Pleasure.
very, very good conversation we had, and hope to see you soon sometimes.
Thank you.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.